The United States of America is arguably the most powerful country in the world today. But how did it get that way? Well, that's what this channel is all about. From the very beginning, the story of the United States is one of revolution. Long before Europeans set foot on the continent, it was inhabited by thousands of different tribes and nations, each with their own languages, cultures, and histories. But as we all know, the indigenous peoples were no match for the diseases, guns, and steel of the European empires. And so began the painful process of colonization. By the 1700s, the land we now call the United States was a mix of 13 colonies run by Britain, France, Spain, and the Netherlands. But after more than a century of discontent, the American Revolution saw the 13 colonies break away from British rule and establish a new nation founded on the ideals of liberty and democracy. But that new nation would soon find itself in a state of reconstruction, as it grappled with the aftermath of the Civil War and the question of what to do with the newly freed slaves. Reconstruction would be followed by decades of industrialization and expansion westward, as well as the rise of the United States as a world power. But this period of growth and change would also bring about significant social and political problems, including the rise of monopolies and the widening gap between the rich and the poor. By the turn of the century, the United States had become a major player on the world stage. But as we all know, the country would soon find itself in a state of conflict once again. World War I would be followed by the Great Depression, and then World War II, which would see the United States emerge as a truly global superpower. But with great power comes great responsibility, and as the Cold War began heating up, the United States found itself in a race against the Soviet Union to assert its dominance and spread its influence around the world. This era of American history was marked by a renewed focus on civil rights and social justice, as the country grappled with the legacy of slavery and the ongoing struggle for equality. In more recent decades, the United States has continued to grapple with issues of race and identity while also facing new challenges on the world stage, from the rise of China to the threat of climate change. Despite these challenges, the United States remains one of the most powerful and influential countries in the world. So that's the story of the United States in a nutshell. A nation forged in revolution, tempered by war, and shaped by the struggles of ordinary people to create a more perfect union. I hope you enjoyed this brief overview of U.S. history. And be sure to subscribe to this channel if you want to learn more.